Hello and welcome back to Fair with the Trains. Today we're going to be looking at another model that has recently received a nice hefty price cut. I believe this is about 40 to 50 quid off what they originally selling for. Still not sure you'd call it a bargain though, so I've refrained from calling it a bargain alert or anything like that. They are currently, I think, at 159 from Models of Sheffield, or at least they are when I was making this video. I've quite fancied one of these since they first come out, but I believe from some reports I heard they had a few problems with the front bogie being put on the wrong way round or derailing all the time. One or two other things I heard, but I believe all problems have now been corrected in this second or third batch. Also in this lot that Models of Sheffield were shifting, they didn't have the original brown one, so I've had to go for one of the fictitious liveries, which is fine because I quite like the look of it. Now let's just have a look at the box. It comes nicely packaged, and that's what we've got. GT 00 gauge DCC ready green. I should say they've also got DCC fitted ones there for obviously a higher price than that. Nothing else on the box at all. The way they're packaged in the outer box, I'll just show you how it came to me. This is the outer box they came in. So this looks like the box that KR Models themselves would pack them in for shipping to retailers. So my guess is they've just got a few they can't shift and just sent them all to rails at a reduced price, probably on a pallet, and they're all like this. But yeah, but this is the box it came in, and then a black plastic mail bag around that. So we'll just have a quick look in the box. I'm not going to go through a boring unboxing with you because everyone's done that, but I want to have a look myself. I've not run this myself at all. I have opened it to make sure it's actually in there. So some of this you would have seen if you've ever watched any other videos. There's the stop thing there about close coupling and all that. But this is the thing that Rails didn't even mention. There's only 250 and this is 197. They didn't mention that they were that limited. You'd think that'd be a sales point, wouldn't you, really? Unless they didn't know because KR didn't tell them. Who knows? And then there's the sheets and service bit, usual service sheet and all that nonsense. Bit of information. And in there is the loco. Right, I'm going to unbox that. I'm not going to make you suffer watching me trying to get that out. So I'm going to get that out, stick it on the track, and we'll be right back. Right, as you can see, I've got it out most of the packaging, but not completely. I just thought I'd show you a bit of a close-up what it looks like. First of all, there's some extra parts there, which presumably it tells you in the instructions what they are, because most of them I haven't got a clue, so I'll file that. I won't be fitting them anyway. But just to look at the lovely finish on this. As you can see, it's a nice BR green. Zoom in a little bit and it's a really nice finish. I was hoping it would be, but I've seen some videos of the Fell locomotive and that looks like it's got far too much paint on it. And I was hoping this wouldn't be the same, but no, I like this nice satin green. Looks nice. It's got a bit of packaging between the tender and the loco there. It's another good manoeuvre. Let's have a look at the front. The grills look really good, I've got to say, especially that silver one on the side, the green one on the side, this one with the silver behind it. and the wall plate, which is all textured. The body feels like it's all metal. Not sure about the tender, but that feels like that's all metal. Let's get it tangled up here. Let's have a look at the back. Got the nice door there. Lights on the back as well, I believe. Let's just spin it round again. Look on the top of the grills. Yeah, they all look nice and straight. Nothing's falling off. Nice fan in there. Bit of cab detail. I think it's got cab lights, but I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. Right, so I just thought I'd give you a run over it, a bit more close up before I took it right out of the packaging. So now I'm going to struggle to get that out and stick that on the track. So there she is, sitting on the track, looking very resplendent in that nice looking green colour. You can see the little dials down on the bottom right of the tender. They're actually painted in. If I can zoom in any more on them. See if I can get a bit closer. Just adjust the camera a bit here. There we go. They are actually painted, and you can also see the painting on the letters on the axle box, which I can't read here properly, but I think that says SCF. And we'll just move that along. What a nice looking thing though. It's even got the builder's plate there right on the front, as you can see, and also some of the same lettering on the front bogie axle boxes. I'm not going to do a full look at this, because if you want to see that, you can see there's plenty on YouTube who've done it. Mechanically, Sam's Trains has done it as well, so I don't need to go into that. But what we do need to do is to see if it works. So let's give it a bit of power. Oh yes, not a sound. I'm just going to turn the other one off. That's better. See if we can pick up the lights. I might have to turn my light off. Incredibly, it's very bright in here at the minute because the sun's out. I haven't said that for a while. Right, I'm going to turn my light off and see if that makes them any easier to see. I can't actually see any lights working there. Well, I couldn't swear that any of the lights are working, to be honest, because I can't see them. It's too bright in here. I'll have a proper look later, and if for some reason they're not, I'll report back. But what it should have is the lights on the front, a cab light, and directional red lights on the back. I don't know whether the front ones are directional, but Yeah. So obviously this is no running in or anything, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if it'll do a lap. Because you'll have to take on a couple of crossings there. And it's derailed. Right, that's a good start. I'll just sort that out. Okay, so this is constantly derailing on the same set of points over the back there that you saw just now, and very occasionally derailing on one of my crossings. Now I think the reason is, other than the fact it's old crappy track and poorly laid, can you see the size of those flanges? How absolutely minuscule they are. They give you some idea, they are tiny. So the slightest imperfection in your track, of which I have a fair few, it'll want to jump off the track. Now I can't find, just on a brief look, anything else I've got with flanges that small. Even my Rapido J50 and other new logos don't have flanges that small. I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I'm just pointing out, if you've got a shitty track like me, you might want to bear that in mind. Although having said that, it's only on one set of points and only in one direction, and on a crossing occasionally. So, you know, I'm sure I can deal with that. And some of my points are a bit crap, to be fair. I know they are. I've had it for years, and they're nearly all second hand anyway. So I just wanted to show you the flanges on these, because although that is what's causing it, it's also the crappiness of the track that's causing it. So it's not a criticism of the model. So let's get it back on the track and give it another go. So I'm just going to give this a quick run round, then I'll get on with running in properly. Can confirm that the front and rear lights are all working fine. Cab lights, I don't know yet. So this is one set of points where it tends to come off. Yeah, you can see it clunks over them a bit. So there we have it, the vastly reduced in price Models GT3. I really like this green one, and if it makes me sort out my track a bit better, to make it a bit smoother, so much the better. But do bear that in mind. I showed you the very small flanges on these. But yeah, considering that's not running at all, that's pretty good, I reckon. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. I will confirm when it gets a bit darker in here and the sun goes in, whether the cab lights are working, but the front and rears definitely are. Could definitely see them working. So we'll leave that there. Hope you find this useful. I should also say that rails have got the fell a bit cheaper, but that's only the DCC one, and the pull brick wagons, but I don't like them. I've seen a couple of things on YouTube with them, and close up the paint looks a bit fuzzy and too expensive. If I'm going to pay that much, they've got to be a Cura scale quality. Yeah, I wasn't impressed with them, but I wouldn't mind the fell for the right price. but they've only got the DCC ones, which are 250 or something, so no chance. So I hope that helps you. Let us know in the comments if you would get one of these, or if you do manage to get one, and what one you got, because there's about 4 or 5 different liveries available. And I hope you found that interesting. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.